The following is a presentation of the Black Hollywood Live Network, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. Hollywood Redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live, Urban Wellness and Beauty, featuring weekly commentary on urban health, beauty, and lifestyle. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood Redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host of Black Hollywood Live, Urban Wellness and Beauty.
I was like, which one was it? Oh, that one.
I feel like... I know, right?
Really?
Right, you gotta make the ugly face.
Stank face.
Well, welcome you guys. Welcome to Urban Beauty and Wellness, Urban Wellness and Beauty, where we talk about all things beauty, wellness, and of course, fitness. And I am Madison Chase. I am your trainer to the stars and the star in you. And basically what that means is you need me in your life because I feel like everybody is a star and I just want to bring it out of you. So who else do we have?
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, I'm just your fit guru. My name is Cortez G. West. And alongside we have, guess who we have back?
Jacquelyn.
Yeah!
Hey,
It's me, Action Jacquelyn. It's good to be back. Missed you guys last time. I am a trainer and a nutrition guru, so I will give you guys lots of cool nutrition and fitness tips today.
Yes.
Yes, and hey everyone, I am Erica. I am your beauty go-to girl for latest on trends, things from around the world that you might not have heard or know about. That's my job to bring to you.
We love that that's your job because you do a great job with it. Okay, so I came up with this, is it hot or not? So basically, I want to know, do you guys think this is hot or not? So the hot topic is, bam, the ESPN cover with Serena Williams. So,
Venus, right?
yeah, Venus. I keep
Venus.
saying
We all know my vote. My vote is hot. I mean, my vote is hot. Like, she looks amazing. I do feel like there's a little bit of editing in there. Those of you who are listening, what we just popped up on the screen is a picture of the cover of the ESPN magazine of 2004, the recent issue.
Body 2014.
Yes,
Right.
and she looks amazing to me.
Yeah, she looks great.
She's nude, if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Her backside is, well, her whole body's nude.
Yeah.
But you mainly see her backside.
But you can't see the crack, so I think it's the crack that makes people like, you know, it's a little
I think it's
less
tasteful. It's not
I was gonna
too
say that.
much.
I think it's very chic,
Yeah.
and it's kind of funny because Erica, if you can look behind my head, if you see how it looks here,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then it looks thinner here.
Oh, it sure
Yeah,
does.
that's right. You're
Right. You know what? I think behind you is more true to reality
Exactly,
than this
than
one.
this.
This looks like it was actually like edited down.
Right. So we have like
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
studio, we have like maybe 4 or 5 different televisions that have
You're
the
like
same
going
picture.
crazy. You're like,
Yeah, you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I almost wanted to.
So what do you guys think besides Cortez?
I know, right?
I want to know what the
You
females
know what?
think.
I think she looks great. And like you said, Jacqueline, one of the things that was kind of like probably a big thing for her is if she had some kind of virus or if she's fighting some kind of sickness,
Right.
for her to be in great shape and be on the cover of a magazine. Because a lot of people are like really insecure, like, how do I look naked? And then to put that in
Yeah.
front of the world to like actually see, like that's a huge accomplishment.
So you're saying it's hot?
I'm saying it's very hot. I
Cool.
think she looks great. And I don't think they did too much airbrushing, maybe just a little bit, but I believe you. I think the picture where she looks more like her
Yeah,
sister.
this is more real.
Yeah, that
Well,
looks,
is there a controversy behind it? Are people like mad about it that she's naked on the cover?
you know what? I don't know if people are mad about it, but I feel like we are such like we're like warriors, like we like to watch people, but then when there's an issue when you're talking about being naked, people don't want to necessarily see it. So I don't think that there's an issue with her being naked. I just think it's just her and she's really popular. So I don't know, because she's
Yeah.
done like some risque kind of stuff like on the court when have you seen the picture where she has on like these flesh colored like, you know what I'm talking about? She had on,
And the skirt comes up.
and
yeah.
her skirt comes
Yeah.
up.
Oh, and it looks like she's
Yeah.
naked.
It
but
looks
she's
like
not.
she's naked, but
Do you
she's
think
not.
does she do that on purpose? purpose, or like,
Of course.
is that?
I
oh,
think
really?
so. I mean, I think it's just, to me, tennis is, if you're not really into tennis, tennis is not that amusing. So I love the fact that sometimes when you have players like that through their playing or how they play or what they do on the court makes it interesting. And keep in mind, tennis is not a sport that we talk about a lot.
That's true. It's
So
either
of
basketball.
course,
So she's gonna make people talk about it.
Exactly. I don't want to, y'all, because we talk about her butt all the time. So for her to do that, it's kind of like, I think she was just saying, "Ha,
It
gotcha."
is, yeah.
To keep
And I
herself
love
relevant.
it. I love it.
Yeah,
And I think that's a very good PR move.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very good
that's
PR move.
interesting.
Yeah. Most definitely. So you think it's hot or not?
Yeah, I mean, I like that she's coming from the fact that she's like a very talented tennis star, and then it's like she gets to play around with that and have fun. It's not like she's coming like a random girl naked on a front cover, you know, like she's a very well respected athlete, and this is something that, you know, this is something that she wants to do, and she's honored for it, like in the ESPN magazine.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's very tasteful. So, yeah.
Yeah, this
Dope.
is like the Oscars for athletes. So she.
Damn. So you think it's hot too as well, Erica?
I agree with what
Wonderful.
Jacquelyn said. I think
Great.
because of her status and, you know, her being very talented, it's not like just some risque photo of a girl in Playboy.
Yeah.
Right.
It's more respectable, I think, than looking down. So I think so. I think so.
And
it's
like she
tasteful.
came back from, she has a disease, you know, an autoimmune disease that she's coming back from. She talked about how she's getting her body back and everything. So, you know, more power to her.
More power to you, baby.
Yeah, and then to be in her 30s too, because I think a lot of people think, oh, I'm in my 30s, so it's all downhill from here.
Yeah, no,
so,
if you keep yourself in shape and you keep
Why not?
active, which
Yes.
we're all promoting here, right?
Yes, urban.
Well, I
wellness
definitely
and-
want to hear what everyone else has to say. So if you get the opportunity to
Yeah,
subscribe to us
let
on
us know.
YouTube,
Put
iTunes,
comments down.
comment and let us know. Even, you know what? Even talk about the fact that we asked about if you think it's tasteful or not. You
Yeah.
know? Because it seems like I think I overheard Madison asking, like, or someone asking, like, is everyone on the cover of ESPN always naked? So,
Yeah, I asked that, yeah.
So, which I think as athletes, you know, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah,
Because
because
they
you're not
mostly have
ashamed of your body.
great bodies anyways. I like the fact that they do it tastefully.
Yeah.
I totally agree. So hashtag us, is it hot or not?
And I would actually want to know if they did touch it up, because I would
of
like
course.
want to know that, like, I mean, I'm sure they airbrushted a little bit, but you'd want to be like, oh, like they didn't touch it up. Like
Honestly,
this is, you know?
I honestly believe that they took out a lot of her
Badonkadonk.
different and trimmed it down a little bit, make it a little bit more shapier or whatever, if that's a word, shapier.
Even out the skin tone.
Even out the skin
Yeah.
tone,
Skin tone.
getting the light in it. But I'm pretty sure they did not have to do much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the point.
Because she's pretty slim. So speaking of her body, Cortez, you wanted to talk about body type.
Well,
I
definitely,
love, you know, this topic fascinates me. So
Yeah.
Really?
yeah, I
It
can't
is.
wait to talk about it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. But anyways, I definitely want to talk about different body types because a lot of people do not know their body type. And I think before you become a person that wants to be really involved in knowing your body,
Yeah.
you have to know
There we go.
where you stand.
Okay.
And within men and women, there are 3 body types. There's an ectomorph, there's a mesomorph, and then there's an endomorph. For me, at 6'4", I am a ectomorph. So for a ectomorph, it's hard for me to gain muscle, easy for me to lose fat, but it's very, very hard for me to gain muscle. And I have a very, very high metabolism.
I think we're the same.
Yeah. So for me, it's like going to the gym. I just
So you guys
have
are
to,
both wearing yellow over there.
I know, right?
Yeah,
we
we
all just
coordinate.
earth tone over here. We all fall.
Ectomorphs.
Right. Ectomorphs.
Ectomorphs wearing yellow.
Yes, that's the word.
Exactly. So yes, I'm an ectomorph. They're usually his head is kind of cut off. But what we're showing
He's too tall.
He's too tall.
for those of you who are listening, we have a picture up of the 3 different body types, and you can actually, even though this is a picture of 3 different male body types, you can picture you as a female as well. And like you said, Madison, you can kind of tell because you have a more lean body type.
Yes.
You know, so it's very hard for you to gain your.
It's hard for me to gain muscle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As a mesomorph, I think that's the best body type.
I was going to say, I think that's the ideal body
If
type.
you are a mesomorph, you have the
It
best.
depends on what
body
you mean
type.
by best, because the ectomorph, you guys can.
Well, as far as gaining muscle, with
Yes.
us and
You
keep
guys
in
don't
mind,
gain a lot of fat.
Exactly.
Like for a female, I would say I would want to be an ectomorph because it's like you just
Exactly.
like burn it off like that.
Exactly. But for me, I think as a male aspect and a person who wants to gain muscle, a mesomorph is the
It's
best
the ideal
body
body
type.
type.
It is. Their metabolism and everything is just at a great level.
Yeah.
the worst would be endomorph to me, because it's very hard.
They write about how they struggle the most.
Exactly, they struggle the most, and it's very hard for them to. It's very hard for them to get to a point to where they can keep muscle on.
Right.
It seems like the fat mostly wins over the
muscle.
Muscle.
And
what is your body type?
Yeah, I was going to say.
I think I'm actually a mesomorph because I've gotten my body. It's just I can tell like. If I eat badly, I gain a little bit. If I lose, or if I eat well and I work out, I see results very quickly. Like I can see, like, and I've gotten kind of like not spoiled with that, but it's just like I'm used to that. Like, I like that immediate, like, kind of in 5 days. Like I know I'll see if I eat really well. Like I'll start to see my 6-pack like come through. You know, so it's like I know how
it's
to.
All nutrition,
it's all like fine tuning. Like I know but I've learned. It's taken me a lot of trial and error to figure out like what is my body type like. Nope, okay, it does do this, it does do that, but I do see muscle build up really fast on me, and like my thighs get like thick, and you know my stomach. You know, so it's. I think I'm a mesomorph, but then it's like if I eat badly, I will gain weight.
An endomorph. Yeah. I think so. I think so, but I do believe that there are in between body types that we may not have a name for or whatever, because everyone is different. Everyone can be in between. I think you may actually be that person that's in between a mesomorph and an endomorph, because as like you said, the way you eat, sometimes you can become an endomorph, but you know it's easy for you to get your muscles as well. Right,
because I'm always working out and things like that, so I've never let myself ever go. Right. So And
as we said before, it depends on your activity. You cannot compare your body type to someone else who has a more active lifestyle.
Right.
You know, if you're a person.
So maybe you're right. Maybe I could be. Maybe I am an endomorph, but since I've always been working out and my metabolism is set in a certain way, like almost like an athlete's metabolism, because I've always been working out. Maybe that's why I consider maybe I'm not a mesomorph. And there's no way to truly test it. There's no like scientific backing to this.
We can
it's
just
like
go in between.
You just assess it. There's no like it's not black and white. So you know, each person is different.
And I know for me, I have a picture actually. For me, it was very hard for me to gain.
Yeah, so let's show your before and after picture.
Madison was like, let me see the before and after.
Oh, wow.
Huge difference, right?
Wow, yes.
You still had some muscle, though.
To the left. Ectomorph, they are very lean. They have lean muscle, so we automatically have lean muscle. This is me. I don't know why my hands are on my hips, but this is me in my. I was in
like a superhero.
military academy. This is me in military academy. I have on my PT uniform, and as you can see, I've had very, very skinny arms. And that's another thing that people you're going to learn as you're working out. You will learn your best muscle. You know, some people have like. I know for me, my arms grew before anything.
Yeah.
And you also have a problem muscle. For me, my problem muscle is my chest. My chest would not grow as quick as I would like it to do. And as you can see, the picture to the right, this is taken at Runyon Canyon maybe about 3 or 4 weeks ago. She cut out my other arm. Thank you. But and it's hard. It's very hard. But I think for me, the 3 key things you want to keep in mind is patience, consistency. What is how you say it?
Consistency. Yeah.
And like you can say, determination.
Yeah, and that's what, like, especially like as a trainer, it's like you don't want to necessarily like present these body types to people, because then they kind of will be like. They rest on it, like, well, I'm an ectomorph, you know, so I'm not going to build muscle like that. And it's like, no, you can. Every body type, you can always shape it to what you want it to look like.
Of course.
So I think that's like the like as trainers, you know, you don't want to be like, well, looking at your body type, you know, I think you're an endomorph.
Well, you never want to. Well, you know what? Have to at some point.
I was going to say, I kind of disagree.
Yeah, you have to at some point. The reason being is because you have to, as a trainer, you want to know that person's body type.
You do, but you don't want to. You want to encourage them to get the body type that they want. You don't want to necessarily like say like, well, you know, I know you're struggling because you have this. You want to just keep like, no, you're almost there. You keep going. You know what I mean? So it's like.
But I think here's the thing, because I feel like I have a young lady that follows me on Twitter, and she's totally. What's the last one?
Endomorph.
Endomorph. She's an endomorph. And she was like, I want to look like you. And I was like, okay, I'll send you my DVD, but is that really possible? Like, okay, so let's show the next picture. So here's me. That's me when I was really working out.
Twerking?
Yeah, a lot. But in my mind, like, I feel like the perfect body type for me if I had to like say I want a body like this person is Serena Williams. Like I think her body is incredible, but she's probably more of a mesomorph. Like she's very, very muscular. But I think when it comes to like encouraging your clients, they have to be realistic about their activity level.
Right.
Like, so what I'm saying is, like, if I'm looking at Serena and I want to look like Serena, am I willing to do the work that Serena Williams does? Her lifestyle is completely
totally
different from mine. And do I have probably the 4 to 6 hours that she's working out in the gym, working out on the court? Am I eating the way she eats? Am I competing the way she competes? Absolutely not. Do I have the time to do it? No, not really. And would I really want to maintain that? Like, if I got to Serena Williams' body, would I? So let's see the Serena Williams body. So I think if you know, like, this is where I am and this is kind of what God has given me.
Yeah.
And I know that I could look like Serena one day, but do I really want to put in the work? And is that realistic for me to say that's something I want? I don't know if it's realistic. So I think sometimes it's hard if clients really can't see themselves. So when she tweeted that, she was like, I want to look like you. And I'm like, I don't want to say you can't.
Well, and like to go further than that, like those 3 body types are more like based off of how you gain and lose muscle and gain and lose fat.
Yeah.
Whereas like it goes like a step beyond, especially for women when it comes to proportions.
Exactly.
So it's like I may, be able to build muscle and everything, but then I have an extremely short torso. Like when I'm dancing, I kick and stuff, my ribs literally hit my hips. Like I can't, they like knock into each other. No, it's just because they're so close together. I don't have much. Like it's like this.
Your torso
this much.
is short.
Whereas like some girls, I remember like when I was on Lakers, it'd be like some girls have like
longer.
From rib to hip is like here, and I'm like, does your rib ever hit your hip? And they're like,
no,
what are you talking about? And I'm like, oh my god, mine hits my hip all the time. And then I realized like I'm just never, as much as I eat better, I work out better. I'm never gonna have that body type. I'm never gonna have that long torso, that lean back. You know what I mean? And it's just like I've learned to just like my body and get my body to look the best that it possibly can.
And that's the whole point.
So like whenever I like work with a client, it's always like, okay, let's see what you've got going on.
Naturally.
Let's see like what like the best body that you can get on you. And because for women it's a lot about proportions.
Yeah. And I'm wondering though, is it better to know what your body type is so that way your trainer could customize for you your nutrition plan and your fitness plan?
That's what I was gonna say. For me and how I train, everyone is different.
Yeah.
How I train is I definitely like to know as much as I can about the different body types, because when I look at someone and I'm observing them, I feel as my job is to know as much about every body type. And speaking of picking a trainer, that's what we're going to talk about. It's like, to me, I think that you should have a little bit more strategy to picking out a trainer. As an individual, as been a trainee, the trainee, I kind of think that is not that important to you, but it's very important for the trainer. Because the trainer needs to know certain ways and certain times of doing, putting out your regimen, your regimen and things of that nature.
I agree. I think that's why it would be a good idea.
I think that is very important, and like I believe that this has been like done over like years, so I think there is new body types and different types of in-betweens, as we stated before. I just kind of think that people need to learn a little bit more about their body before they just get to something, looking at a picture and saying, I want to look like that. Just be realistic.
I think, but it's like both. It's like then you get the clients, because like I work with a lot of clients online that maybe I never come face to face with, but then they're looking to just exercise and have fun and lose weight, and then that's like a whole different person where you just want to inspire them to move. Right.
Exactly.
It's like you're not trying to get them to a bodybuilding competition or whatever like that. Like then you become like, I feel like on my social media and things, it's like I want to train girls that just want to be inspired and want to move that day. And so I'm not necessarily like, work out with me so you can look like me. It's like, work out with me so we can have fun together,
Yeah. But you know what? I feel like that's where social media is gone. Like when you look at YouTube and Instagram, and like you have so many people like putting out, try this, and here's a 100 sit-up challenge, and here's this, and here's that. So you just like, okay, so is that what everybody's doing? Like I feel like that's what it should be, Jacquelyn. Like we should just be inspiring people, but there's so many people when we look at the statistics of obesity, especially when we're talking about 18 to 34, like that that range of people is so large where people, they need to do more than just move. Like, that's a good place to start. But then I feel like we're so oversaturated with what people are seeing when it comes to, you know, different workout programs. When you're talking about like P90X and all of those different programs, like people don't really say, could I really do P90X? Because I like looking at it, but would I actually want to do it? No. So I just feel like you have to have like a realistic view of where you are and where you're starting, and actually where can you realistically go. Because most people will get like bombarded with, can I look like Tony Horton? Even though he looks great, but you know.
There's nothing wrong with having a goal.
Yeah.
Because I do have a dream boy, and I do have a body that I know, you know, that started me off.
Naomi Campbell is my dream boy. Like, I want to look like Naomi Campbell.
Yeah. So it's like, it's just, to me, I just think you can have that as a dream or as a goal. Yeah. But at the same time, in the back of your mind, know that it's going to take time.
Yeah, that's true.
It's going to take time. And within taking that time, I feel like I wish I would have done this myself, because I really messed up when I first started. I didn't start gaining the muscle until about a year and a half later. And if I would have known what I know now, I would be way further than where I am. So my objective is, when I am working out with anyone or training anyone, is to make sure I'm giving them the right information. Yeah. So that's why I like to learn as much as I can
about your client,
with different body types and about my clients.
And then what you think, you know, or you guys think that is the ideal body type, like you might think differently, you know, so everyone's perspectives too. Exactly. Like me personally, I'm a mesomorph, and I've known that for a long time. Like my whole entire life I had muscles, and I hated it growing up.
Really?
Yeah. Before I had my daughter, like I still do, but not as much. But when I was young, I grew up with it. People would always ask, at 13, do you work out?
Me too.
And my brother, that's why he's naturally gone to bodybuilding naturally, because we just have muscle. And I was like, no, I want noodle arms. I want to look like everybody else's and just have nothing. I don't want any muscle. And so I was very insecure about it.
That's so funny, because it's like the more I work out, it's like they get leaner, but it's like they don't get bigger. They get more toned and defined. But it's like I've never seen, even on like my skinniest days, I've never seen my arm be like
noodle arms.
Noodle arm, I was like, what's the right word? Yeah, noodle arms. It's just like my arms. I just had to accept that, like, I'm gonna just have like a little more shoulder and a little more, you know.
Yeah.
But when you're young and you're like in junior high, like it's, you know, you don't want to stand out in that way. You don't want to have muscle. Like especially when you're an adult, you know, you work out. But as a kid, having muscle, you know, so I never showed my arms.
Really?
And I wish I was just like lean little. But I mean, I was always small, but I just had that muscle, you know, body frame, and I had the wider shoulders and all that. And so,
I love it. Yes. Yeah. But I understand.
So for me, I wouldn't I wouldn't want that kind of body type. But for someone who's like an ectomorph, they might. I kind of like the long, lean, small look. Right. But that's because I had the opposite. You know.
Yeah.
So it depends. It really depends. On
well, and I think the look is changing now. Like I think we've talked about before. Like strong is the new sexy, and which I think is awesome. That it's not like a twig kind of look.
And when you get older, it's more acceptable.
I don't like when women get like. They walking like me with high heels on. Like I become like that kind of walk. I become like a 3-year-old looking at, is that a man or woman? Like I'm confused. Like I do not like that. Like,
maybe we just kind of scaled back. Like it's out here. It was down here, now it's out here. Now it's just like somewhere in the middle.
I agree. Yeah. I agree totally.
Look a little weird with those high heels on and the bathing suit on. And
but you know what? I feel like fitness competitions have really changed. I agree, because that's why I'm like, because I'm like you, Erica. Like I used to have muscles. I remember people asking me, "Oh, do you work out?" I'm like, "Yeah, you have muscles." I'm like, "What are muscles?" Like they were asking me, "Did I know I have muscles?" I'm like, I didn't even know what that was. So I totally get it. And so now I'm kind of in the phase where I want to be more ectomorph, and I don't want people to like, "Are you a bodybuilder?" Like that's like, no, I don't want to be a bodybuilder because of what you just said. Like, no, I don't want to be that chick. So I think that really speaks to just kind of knowing your body type and knowing what you want. And it's individual for most people. Like Jacquelyn, you said you kind of don't necessarily.
I think I'm in between, because I think you're right. Like when I was in high school, I was definitely like just like soft. I wasn't like skinny, but I was thin, but that's because I was like in ballet. But it wasn't until I started,
you had a ballet body.
Yeah, until I started actually like lifting some weights, or like I really only used like 3 or 5 pounds weights. I didn't really see I didn't see muscle.
Right.
Yeah, so maybe you're right. Maybe I take it back. Maybe I'm not.
Yeah, see, I actually avoid weights because I don't want muscle.
Yeah.
So I avoid it because I had it my whole life. So I don't use lift weights on my arms.
Yeah, I don't do bicep curls. I just strictly work my back. Because if I did work my biceps, like, I would look like Cortez.
Yeah, see, I don't want to know what I would look like if I worked my biceps, so I just stay away from it.
Yeah, me too. Totally. So I wanted to talk about like the fitness industry, and so I wanted to share these statistics with you guys. So gyms and fitness clubs, it's a $25 billion industry. Did you guys know that? $25 billion.
Wow.
That's a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
Personal training is a $7 billion industry. And Pilates and yoga, $6 billion. Boxing gyms, 0.64 million. Fitness DVDs, 0.26. I think it's 0.26 million.
Donkey booty.
Yeah, donkey booty.
With fade
Yeah, so I thought it was interesting because here's kind of where I am in my head, and Cortez and I had this conversation. Like, I feel like there's so much information out there, like YouTube. People are getting workouts from YouTube. And I think you mentioned someone that ended up being on Bethany Frankel a while back. I just feel like people are so oversaturated with
so much knowledge.
So much knowledge, and everybody's a fitness expert because you have a nice body, not necessarily because you're certified, but because you look great. And so we're kind of like in this world of, and that's kind of why I wanted to talk about the body issue. Like, we're so consumed with bodies and the way people look. So how has your information changed, Jacquelyn, and how you deal with your clients as far as, you know, inspiring them and keeping them motivated? You do more online training?
Yeah, I mean, I teach classes and I have one-on-ones and I have online training too, and I have my videos that are out there. So, I mean, I don't know. I come from a place where I'm certified and everything, so whatever I'm preaching, like, I believe and I've researched and, you know, believe in. So, I don't know. What about you?
No, you know what? I think because I've been in so many fitness videos, I've been in almost 450 fitness videos.
Wow.
And I've seen, like, just people, like, believing that this is why I look this way, is because I did this particular video. And I'm like, I didn't look this way, you know, because I did this video. I look this way because of my lifestyle, because I've been dancing for 10 years prior to me even getting into fitness. So I feel like people are just so overwhelmed with things. So I've kind of gone to this approach where I want to give people the power to kind of create their own, like, workouts and do more online training, because I feel like you could reach more people that way. So I feel like we're so oversaturated. I get overwhelmed when I look at people's, like, Instagrams and YouTubes and, like, figuring out, okay, who's the hottest person on YouTube that's doing fitness, and how can I compete with this person, and what are they doing, like, because you see people that are hot on YouTube on Dr. Oz. They're like, okay, are they an expert because they have 200,000 people following them? Are they an expert because they've changed some people's lives, or because they've helped clients lose 80 pounds? Like, why are they an expert? Is it because they have lots of people following them? So that's kind of where my head is really giving people the power to, one, find people to hold them accountable, because that's really what personal trainers do. You hold people accountable, you keep them motivated, and you figure out what are, like, your hot buttons, what are your triggers, what are your emotional triggers. When you get stressed, do you eat pizza? Do you eat cookies? I get
so passionate about this because 3 years ago, if I would have taken the time to really speak with someone who really wanted to help me and not look at me in the gym lifting weights the wrong way, if I had that then, I would be so much better. And I just get upset when I see people in the gym, like, just throwing the weights around. Like, there's no form there. There's no, they just listen, they read this magazine, they then go to the GNC and let the GNC people who are in there. Have y'all ever noticed that in GNC, no one looks like they're lifting weights? Like, like, come on.
I don't know.
I go to vitamin shop.
Like, for real. So my thing is, it really bothers me to let people waste their time when it comes to lifting weights or wanting to get healthy. My thing is, there's no product in the store that will not work. It's going to take consistency. You're going to have to be persistent with it. So it's going to take time. Everyone is going to take a different amount of time. So for me, stick with that one person. If it's gonna be Jacquelyn, Action Jacquelyn, stick with Jacquelyn and follow her and stay with her. If it's gonna be Madison Chase, stick with her. If you want to know the right lipstick to wear, ask freaking Erica. My thing is just stick with one person and go from there, because there's so much knowledge that people are just throwing out there. Well, I did this. That doesn't mean it's gonna work for you.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
if you do want to follow that person because maybe this person came up with an exercise that really works out the buttocks, okay, stick with that one person and stay with it.
Right.
And consistent do that. I don't know why I keep wanting to say that word and I can't even say
Consistency. That's a hard word to say.
I think there's like, it's inundated, you know, the web is inundated, definitely. And that's just like with the web being new and everyone, there's a very low barrier to entry, but it's like all I can control is what I'm putting out there, and the fact that like I'm putting out information that I truly believe in, that I've researched and things like that, and that I've tried for myself and on clients and things. So it's like that's all I can control, and that's all I can. And I always try to like tell, you know, say that on my social media and everything. So, and what I think is great about it is that it actually, a lot of people come together and you can reach all sorts of people. Like on my Instagram, there's like, I talked to this girl in Australia, and then I've talked to this girl in Spain, and then I've talked to this girl, like, you know, in all different parts of the world. And you're reaching people everywhere, which is incredible. And then, you know, I have fitness groups that I get together, and then we all like hold each other accountable, and, you know, girls from all over the world. And so that's what I think is cool, that you can like really create a community to help each other be accountable, and we're all like kind of in this together kind
Sharing
of thing.
is caring.
Yeah, so
I like that.
It is inundated, but it's like that's how this world works. Like,
I know. It does.
It's bittersweet.
It is bittersweet, yeah. So speaking of that, like I feel like, you know, we're talking about urban wellness and beauty, and I feel like when we talk about urban communities, like there are certain things that people don't necessarily have access to. But as far as like creating your own program, Jacquelyn, I think your video is like a perfect example of how you could use things in your community to create your own workout program. So like working out at the park, roller skating, walking your dog, you know, that kind of thing. Because I think not everybody wants to go to the gym, especially when you live in a place like LA.
Yeah, sometimes I don't even want to go to the gym.
I know.
And that's
sometimes
so
I just
true.
want to go to the beach and like run outside or work out. Sometimes I do yoga in my room actually all the time.
I have a friend, Monique. She hates me to go out with me sometimes because she forever want to take the elevator and the escalator. Take the stairs. They literally have stairs, escalator, stairs. Let's take the stairs.
And she's like, no.
And she's not, no. And I pull her and she does it. And she go, ooh, that feel good on my legs.
Good workout, yeah.
Come on, Monique. There's a gym all the way around you. You can stretch all the, especially dancers know that. Like, I have a friend, she was a seamstress. She would be at her
sewing machine.
At her sewing machine with her leg propped up, stretching.
Wow.
So, like, everything around you is a gym to me.
It could be,
Well, it could be.
Yeah.
Even with parking, you could just park further away and just walk.
That's a good
Especially
idea.
like Six Flags, that's the best because it's such a far walk.
Exactly.
And I think it's funny too, like the gym that I go to, everybody hates parking because you have to park really far unless you valet. And so people are like, oh, I want to find a parking space that's close. I'm like, are you serious? You're going to the gym to work out. Like, that could be your workout. That could be your warm-up. So Jacquelyn, you have like a great start. I want people to kind of create their own workout. So we want to see what your workout is, like using your community. What's your workout, and create a workout. So we're going to hashtag UWBIREP. I want you to rep your community. Tell us where you're from, what you're watching. Throw your set up. I'm from Texas. So Jacquelyn, tell us about your video that you did for a workout that's like kind of like
here?
Yeah. The start of like a workout that you could kind of create.
Oh, the tier? Oh, that's nothing.
So that's why it's actually perfect because it is outside on the bench.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they want to. That's the one you're referring to, right?
Yeah.
My bench workout.
Okay,
I loved
it.
This is the start. I'm gonna make. I did a couple of these, and I actually got a lot of good feedback for it. So I want to create like a whole bench series.
I love it.
Which it's
maybe it's coming.
When it
coming.
pops up.
So
But
what was like how did you come up with it?
Well, I did it because like I'll go on hikes, or this is in Santa Monica, so I go. Oh, music too.
I like the music.
I love this song.
I love it.
So these are hats, and I'm holding on, and it's actually.
I like the last one. So it's like quads and triceps.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Well,
love
you
it.
can do triceps, but then it's like your lower abs
Your
when you
lower
reach your legs
abs.
out. It's a lot of lower abs there, and like keeping the legs together is inner thighs. But those 3 exercises are just, you know, right there on a bench. And lots of times, like I'll run stairs. You know, I'll do maybe like 10 set of stairs, and then I'm like, okay, I want to do some abs, but I don't necessarily want to go on the floor, or you know. So then I found this bench, and then I started doing some exercises on there, and then it's great. I did some leg stuff where you could use the levels. There's so much you could do, and I just want to encourage girls to be like, because you know, there's always like there's always something that can stop you. Be like, oh, well, I don't belong to a gym, or I don't have that equipment, I don't have this, I don't have that, and it's like, well, I'm sure you can find a bench somewhere. You know, like there's a bench somewhere. So I just wanted to give girls some ideas of what they can do when they're out hiking.
I love it.
So yeah, you can look forward to full length videos using a bench.
I love it. The bench series
The bench
with Jacquelyn,
series.
UWB, bench series. So now you came up with, you got the perfect workout. Now people seem to think that if I just work out, I could eat whatever I want, and that's not always the case.
No.
So you came up with some really great snack ideas.
Yeah, so snacking is interesting because you know, I used to really depend on snacks, and then I realized that my meals actually weren't full enough, that I wasn't having enough avocado. I've talked about this a lot. I didn't have enough good, healthy fats in my diet. So I was eating maybe, you know, not enough fats in each meal, or I should have been making meals, you know, fuller. But, you know, sometimes you do need a snack. Like I had a snack on the way over here. Sometimes you just need it if you have a long day or you weren't able to get to your meal or whatever. So some of my ideas are, first of all, have it in a package or something that's already proportioned. So you want to have some almonds, which is always good, but again, put it in like a little plastic baggie. Carrots, berries are good. Even dark chocolate if it's 80% or more, because it has a lot of fat in it. Good fats,
good fat.
Really good fats. Try to look for one that doesn't have soy.
In portions.
In portions, Sometimes I'll even go crazy. I'm like, it's dark chocolate. It's fine. It's fine. No, but you have to. Portions is always
now
good.
portions, like, because if you can't like get a measuring cup, I normally try to go with like the palm of my hand is like a good way to measure like portion sizes.
That's a great idea. Yeah. And then there's these plantain chips. Actually, I just heard about that. They sell them at Whole Foods. That they use palm oil.
Oh, that's good.
So they're really good. And then kale chips. So I thought I would give you guys a little recipe. So kale chips, super easy to do. You get I like to use the one that's curly. There's all different types of kale. Get the one that's a little bit more curly. Rinse it off, dry it. Make sure it's really dry before you do it, because if it's too wet, it won't bake as well. So just rip it off of the stems, and then you're gonna put it in a baking sheet. Put a little olive oil on it. I usually make like 2 baking sheets because they go really fast.
They sure do, and
they
so
shrink
expensive.
a little bit. Yeah, so I make like 2 baking sheets. You put it in 300 degrees, 15 minutes, and then that's a great snack to take with you and to have with you all the time. I love kale chips. So,
yes, me too. Yeah. So you have snack ideas. Now, what about the dessert? Because I'm like, here's my thing. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm a vegetarian. It's vegan. I could eat it, but then it's still sugar, even though it's, you know. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I won't eat like a real meal.
You justify it.
I justify it because
you're done eating it.
Yeah. So what's like a good, healthy like dessert idea that you have?
For me, I would say dark chocolate, or sometimes I'll just have dark chocolate with like scooped in some almond butter.
That sounds good.
It's really good.
Yeah,
it's like heavenly.
Delicious.
So, like, if you want to get really creative, you could actually get like cacao powder and cacao butter. And I've actually made little like peanut butter or almond butter cups with that. We should post a link. I have a recipe on my blog, but you can look at the recipe there. But it's so good because it's actually no sugar, because you use coconut oil and coconut butter, and then and no sugar is added at all. So it's just the raw cacao powder.
I like saying that, cacao.
I didn't know it was cacao. I thought it was cocoa.
You can do both. There's COCOA and then there's CACAO.
I got you. Yeah,
So
you're saying cacao, which is CACA, not the COCOA.
That's cocoa.
Yeah, cocoa.
Yeah.
But cacao is good. So, okay, now that we have our bodies right, we got our food right, we got the exercise. Now let's talk about, making it all look aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, so you can look
on the outside.
On the outside.
So I wanted to share with you guys this new trend trend or this new treatment in Japan. As you guys know, most of us, we try to find that fountain of youth and that trying to just retain youth. And what can we do? And that's like the biggest thing that's going on, especially like in Asia. So there's this new beauty treatment that they do in Japan and Asia to help with anti-aging. And it's actually using, it's called snail facials. And it's actually using the slime from snails.
What is in like the snail slime that's supposed to be good for aging? Like,
are they alive or dead?
Yeah. Okay, so let me explain how this works.
Don't even tell me that there's snails. Just don't even tell me. Just
slime.
do it.
Yeah, right. I know. So what it is, it's a salon. It's a salon in Japan, and they only do it there. And how it works is they cleanse your face, and then after they cleanse your face, they let these snails roam around on your face for a whole hour, and they just roam around. And this is what the salon claims. They claim the snail's mucus contains properties like power proteins, antioxidants, I can't even say this word, hydraulic acid. Hydraulic acid. I'm pulling a Cortez. A hydraulic acid that helps the skin retain moisture, ease inflammation, and remove dead skin. So that's what the salon claims, and that's why they use this. So it also, all these snails are fed organic. So they're fed organic carrots and chards and spinach. And for these treatments, you'll be surprised on how much it costs for an hour. Wow. $243 to get this treatment done on your face. And if you don't want to if you don't actually want to put the snails on your face, they actually do carry like a serum that contains the slime in it. Not that it's much better, but if people go through great lengths for aging.
Serum. Like, what if the snail starts to crawl up
your nose?
That snail's very close.
And you know, and this salon, they have 5. So they have 5 of these snails. I'm not sure if they use all 5 at the same time.
I think there should be like a union for the snails. Like,
you know
that
what?
is not
But they're fed really well. It sounds like spinach and
they're organic. Okay. They're right up our alley. But
yeah, okay, I like it.
So I don't know if I would try that.
Than most people.
That's true. But I mean, for these people go through great lengths for anti-aging, and I personally don't know if I would let a snail roam around for an hour. Yeah. If I knew that it would make me look 21 forever, I'll do it. Okay, I'll do it. Okay. But I think just to try it out, I don't know. The serum, yeah, that's true.
Is it something about the way that they move really slow and they scoop stuff?
And then they leave a trail of slime all over your face. It's just the idea of it.
I just don't know if I would like actually put it on my face. Like, I have a great picture on my Instagram page. I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful because it's like so fluid. But I'm like, I don't know if I would want it on my face.
Oh, you have a picture of a snail on your Instagram?
Yeah, because I'm like, slow and steady wins the race.
But putting it on your face is something else. So I don't know if I would try that. Would you guys try it? And then it's $200-something.
I definitely would try it for $200.
How many treatments do you need to stay looking 21?
10 years younger, yeah.
I mean, I know it said it takes about a month to even notice results. I mean, I imagine a couple treatments to notice anything.
Okay, so real quick, Erica, can you tell us about the beauty benefits for the
I know
makeup?
We're running out of time, so let me just really quickly I just want to share with you guys about some makeup with benefits. And this is one that got really popular. It's a BB creams. It's been really popular over the past few summers.
For?
Beauty Balm.
Beauty Balm.
So this was actually, the whole Beauty Balm, this BB cream was created by a German surgeon, and he created it for his patients who got facial peels, and he wanted to find like create a good post balm on their face because his clients wanted some coverage but also wanted protection. So he created this balm. It got picked up by people from Korea, and it got huge in Korea. The Korean market, they are obsessed with beauty balms and all that. And then it got popular in America. So we use it now, and it's really popular because it's a 4-in-1. It helps with sunscreen, foundation, moisturizing, and anti-aging. So that's why it got really popular. And it's great for those who want to have coverage without wearing heavy makeup. I use BB cream as well, and I actually love it. It has such good coverage, and it's a great SPF. I haven't noticed anything as far as like skin evening, my skin tone or blemishes or aging, but for SPF and for skin coverage, I think it works pretty good.
Okay, so that was great, Erica. So tell us, where can we find you on social media?
All right, you guys can find me at EricaBell89 on YouTube. I have a new blog now called lipstickandlunges.com. You can go there. Instagram as well, EricaBell89, and you guys will find me there.
All righty, Miss Jacquelyn.
You can find me Action Jacquelyn on Instagram and Twitter, actionjacquelyn.com. From my website, my YouTube channel is Jacquelyn645. It's you know,
we'll put it on YouTube.
AOL screen names. That's what that was.
Okay,
I gotta change that back.
Well, you can find me on all social medias at Cortez G West, Cortez Galliano West. Please make sure you hit us all up. Remember our usernames and hit us up and let us know what you want to talk about. Yes, leave comments. Even hit us up on our Twitter and our Instagram, BHL Online. Please hit us up and let us know what you want to talk about, people.
And I am MadisonChaseFitness.com. My Instagram page is Madison Chase Fit. Twitter, Instagram, all of it is Madison Chase Fit or Fitness. So thank you guys so much, and make sure that you rep and check us out. UWB, let us know, is it hot or not? All of the above. We're BHL, Urban Wellness and Beauty. So we thank you for joining, listening, watching. Do both. Hashtag
Live a healthy
us.
life.
Yes. Thank you so much, you guys.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in.
Hollywood
Redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.
Thanks for watching Black Hollywood Live on YouTube. For more in-depth interviews and news, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion in the comment section below here. See you soon, everyone. Bye.